Hollywood once worshipped them like goddesses, but now everything has changed. Their beauty has transformed so much that people hardly recognize them anymore. Through facelifts, injections, surgeries, and the inevitable passage of time. In this video, we'll explore the transformations of 1960s to 1980s actresses and uncover why things turned out this way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive in. Kelly McGillis. In the 1980s, Kelly McGillis was a figure unlike any other. Her beauty radiated through her clear blue eyes, a delicately sculpted face reminiscent of classical statues, and the confident demeanor of a woman who knew her worth. Her golden hair, radiant skin, and intelligent charm made Kelly a distinctive icon among Hollywood stars. But now, at 68 years old, Kelly McGillis no longer resembles the Charlie fans remember standing beside Tom Cruise. She has gained significant weight. Her face is rounder, her shoulders broader, and her body heavier. Her skin has darkened with visible age spots and wrinkles. Her gray hair, often loosely tied at the back, frames a face bare of makeup, and her gaze no longer holds the sharpness it once did. Seen in person, many might assume she's a retired schoolteacher from a quiet rural town, not a former star who once lit up the silver screen. But that change wasn't just the result of time. In 2016, she was attacked by a stranger in her own home, a traumatic event that led her to withdraw from Hollywood, live reclusively in North Carolina, and even decline the invitation to appear in Top Gun: Maverick. McGillis once said, "I don't live to maintain an image, I live to be myself." And because of that, she became one of the rare Hollywood faces who dared to be completely honest about her transformation. Faye Dunaway. Back then, Faye Dunaway's sharp beauty was so intense it made people uneasy. With her voluminous blonde hair, piercing gray eyes, high cheekbones, straight nose, and skin as smooth as Italian plaster, she embodied both elegance and danger. In Bonnie and Clyde, she didn't just portray a seductive criminal, she became a defiant icon of her time. But now, at 84 years old, that once dazzling face evokes a quiet sorrow. Her hair has turned a dull gray, thinning and pressed close to her scalp. Her cheeks appear swollen, as if filled with foreign material, her forehead unnaturally tight and shiny, and her neck creased like overworn silk. Her once deep eyes now seem slightly unfocused, framed by taut, mildly swollen eyelids, and her smile has grown crooked and strained. It's believed she has undergone multiple facelifts, Botox treatments, and cheek augmentations. Perhaps it was the perfection she once possessed that made it difficult for her to accept the natural passage of time. But the price of chasing her former image has become the hesitant stares of the public. Today, Faye Dunaway lives quietly, avoids interviews, and rarely makes public appearances. Kathleen Turner was the figure every director craved and every audience admired. In Body Heat, she moved across the screen like a summer storm, unpredictable, magnetic, and unforgettable. Her husky voice, like aged whiskey, her smoldering gaze, her tall, commanding figure, and a presence that needed no permission to dominate the scene, made her one of Hollywood's most intoxicating icons. Turner was beauty laced with danger. But in 2025, at age 71, that image had faded into the past. What began as a minor pain years ago turned into a life-altering diagnosis: rheumatoid arthritis, a disease that slowly erodes every joint, every movement, and every trace of ease in the body. To manage the pain, she relied on high-dose steroids, but they came with a cruel cost: a swollen face, a thickened neck, distorted features, and hormonal imbalances that changed her appearance drastically. Her hair thinned, her face lost symmetry, and the once bright Hollywood spotlight quietly drifted away. Yet Turner refused to vanish. "If they don't need this real face," she once said, "I'll perform somewhere else." And she did. She returned to the stage, bringing her aching body and her truth into the light. In a world obsessed with artificial perfection, it was the wrinkles on her face and the honesty in her voice that made audiences fall silent. Vanessa Redgrave. In the 1970s, Vanessa Redgrave radiated regal elegance. Her long, noble face, deep and serious eyes, platinum hair light as morning mist, and the lean, toned figure of a dancer made her the embodiment of classic British grace. On screen, she entered every frame as someone who already possessed authority, a presence that required no words. Her silence alone was enough to leave others breathless. But today, at 88, that image has nearly disintegrated. Vanessa remains thin, but it is now the fragility of age, the kind that reveals every year lived. Her neck and shoulders show the fine outline of bone. Her hands tremble slightly, and each step has become careful, deliberate. The once elegant face is now deeply lined. Her skin has softened and sagged, her eyes have dimmed, her lips have lost their color, and her white hair lies thin and flat against her head. Yet she never fought against time. She allowed it to reveal everything. Age has made her appearance less suited to the cinematic close-up, but more truthful than ever. She stepped away from lead roles in the mid-2010s, appearing only at memorials and humanitarian events. And in that same quiet dignity, she remains one of the last icons truly honest with herself. Joan Van Ark. Born in 1943, Joan Van Ark is best known for her memorable portrayal of Valine Ewing in the beloved television drama Knots Landing. During the 1980s, she embodied the essence of refined American elegance with her smooth, flowing blonde hair, long and graceful face, defined cheekbones, and contemplative yet determined eyes. She represented a woman of depth and sophistication, someone polished without pretense. Now, at 82 years old, recent photos from the We're Not Done Yet reunion podcast reveal noticeable changes. Her once golden hair has turned completely white, thinner now, often tied back in a simple low bun. Deep wrinkles line her eyes and mouth, especially when she smiles, creating a slightly stiff expression, perhaps the result of subtle cosmetic procedures, such as minor lifts or fillers. The well-defined contours of her cheeks appear a bit swollen and rigid, missing the natural softness they once had. In a recent exclusive interview, Joan openly admitted that she sometimes struggles to recognize the reflection staring back at her, a sentiment both vulnerable and deeply human. This quiet acceptance of change has led her to step away from the public spotlight. Today, Joan Van Ark no longer acts regularly and lives a peaceful, private life. She occasionally attends events to speak about her podcast, her love for theater, and her cherished memories from a remarkable career. Though time has transformed her outwardly, her inner grace, the poise that once captivated millions, remains unmistakably her own. Linda Evans was regarded as the very definition of elegant beauty on American television. With her delicate face, straight nose, thick blonde hair, and regal demeanor, she became the iconic face of Dynasty, not because of heavy makeup, but because of her timeless confidence and natural grace. Her acting was never overly sharp, but her calm poise and expressive gaze blended so harmoniously that audiences found her both approachable and mysteriously captivating. By 2025, as Linda reached the age of 82, several photos shared on Instagram revealed that she still maintained a remarkably youthful appearance, leaving fans astonished, many saying, "I can't believe she's that age." Her silver hair remains moderately thick, often tied neatly or styled in a soft, low bun, reflecting her enduring sense of style and sophistication. Her face carries gentle wrinkles around the eyes and mouth, yet nothing appears unnaturally tight or altered. While some have speculated she may have undergone minor cosmetic touch-ups, most fans agree that Linda's beauty remains authentic, a quiet, graceful kind that time has only deepened. Though she no longer acts in films, Linda Evans continues to make public appearances with the same calm, refined presence that once defined her on-screen charm, a living emblem of aging beautifully with dignity and grace. Carol Burnett. There was a time when just one raised eyebrow from Carol Burnett could make millions of Americans burst into laughter. Her face was friendly, bright, and always full of energy. With big eyes, a high nose, wide lips, and that signature red or light orange hair styled in a playful puff. She appeared like a warm breeze amid a sea of stylized Hollywood faces. Today, at 92, that once vibrant figure has grown smaller. She is noticeably shorter and thinner, often seen sitting rather than standing. Her steps are slow, her back slightly curved, her walk needing gentle support. The once highly expressive face is now etched with wrinkles, especially around her mouth and eyes. Her hair, now white and cropped short, has lost its trademark volume. Her skin has thinned, age spots have appeared, her eyelids droop, and her gaze carries the weight of time. Yet, whenever she smiles, a flicker of her old light still breaks through, like the final rays of sunlight sneaking past heavy clouds. Carol faces aging with the grace of someone who has laughed enough, acted enough, and lived enough. And when she appears at tribute ceremonies, audiences applaud, not because she remains unchanged, but because she remains real. Carol Burnett is no longer just the emblem of youthful comedy. She has become a symbol of authenticity and timeless spirit. Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton was once the embodiment of captivating eccentricity in American cinema. With her long, delicate face, high nose, clear eyes, and perfectly aligned teeth, she possessed a beauty that was both unconventional and magnetic. She paired those features with oversized shirts, loose blazers, large glasses, and her signature fedora, creating a look unlike any other actress of the 1970s. In Annie Hall, she didn't just play the female lead, she became a trend. That effortless, offbeat style, combined with her tall and slender figure, made audiences find her strange, yet utterly impossible to look away from. Now, at 79, Diane Keaton stands as living proof that not everyone chooses to stay young through plastic surgery. Her face has thinned, her cheeks have hollowed, and deep wrinkles trace across her mouth, forehead, and eyes. The skin on her neck sags gently, her eyelids droop slightly, and her gaze carries a quiet fatigue. Her hair, now completely gray, is either neatly cut or simply tied back, yet always elegant in its simplicity. And somehow, she hasn't lost her presence. Still wearing her oversized blazers, gloves, and sunglasses, she walks through life with the same individuality that made her a star. Beneath those iconic layers is a different body, yes, but the same fearless soul. Keaton no longer plays romantic leads, yet she continues to command the screen precisely because she never pretended to be anyone else. In a world filled with identical faces altered by cosmetic perfection, Diane Keaton moves forward, upright, aging, but never stepping back. Sally Kirkland. In the 1980s, if anyone embodied the passion and pain of independent cinema, it was Sally Kirkland. With her golden hair, smoldering eyes, and a free-spirited beauty touched with European flair, she wasn't a box office star, but she was the queen of raw, emotional storytelling. In Anna, 1987, she portrayed a washed-up actress with such haunting honesty that it catapulted her into the ranks of Hollywood's boldest female performers. Her vulnerability, intensity, and courage made her a symbol of artistic authenticity. But now, at 84, Sally Kirkland presents a very different face. Deep wrinkles trace her features, her skin has loosened with time, and the area around her mouth appears unnaturally tight, a clear sign of cosmetic intervention gone wrong. Her cheeks seem slightly swollen, her eyelids stiff, and her once graceful lips have lost their natural symmetry. Perhaps it was a longing for youth that led her to that decision, an attempt to preserve the face that once defined her. Though she still participates in small, independent projects, the ethereal glow that once surrounded Sally seems to have faded. Today, people rarely speak about her performances. Instead, they whisper about her altered appearance each time she steps into the public eye. Yet, beneath those changes remains the same woman who once bared her soul on screen, fearless, emotional, and unafraid to live life her own way.